Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Omega Live with JJ, Woman Without Borders. Yes, it is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. Yes, can you believe it? We're already a week into the month of May, the second month in the second quarter of the year. Yeah, it is the 7th of May. And wow, I hope you guys are having fun watching this program. Okay, remember, if you are enjoying this program that I am doing, guys, for YouTube's algorithm, you have to subscribe and share the link with your friends. Let all your contacts know about the program. Okay, subscribe. Looking forward to more subscriptions. So as you watch, just subscribe, and share the link. Okay, guys, remember that I tell you I am using data, although I hear that the Wi-Fi is not much better. However, I am praying that it is because I have asked Flo for some Wi-Fi and I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm waiting to hear back from them concerning that. So in the meantime, the service keeps fluctuating. Okay, so guys, it's why it's good to subscribe, because when you subscribe, whenever I am back on YouTube, will notify you that I am live again and you can come onto the feed. Okay, because I cannot always send you the link. Yeah. Okay, so guys, by now, the spiel, right? I got to give you the news and I give you my 2 cents on it, right? That's why you're here, right? To hear my 2 cents and to hear the latest news. Absolutely. So without further ado, because I'm running so late already into the program, so let's go. So guys, Jamaica now has 478 confirmed cases of the COVID 19. Yes, you heard correctly. We now have 5 additional cases, right? And so these 5 cases involves an 18-year-old male from St. Mary. By the way, guys, oh my God, I just got this news flash. And because it's a news flash and because I was coming on, I didn't get to go into details with it. But guess what? There are certain communities in St. Mary that are going to be quarantined. I am so sorry, St. Mary. I will not take any responsibility for that. I know I made a comment about it, but I am not going to take responsibility for you being under quarantine. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, there are some community. You're going to hear more about it, and tomorrow I'll have more information for you about it. But there are some communities, including Anota Bay in Saint Mary. Yeah, my mom used to live in Anota Bay, and she used to work at the Anota Bay Hospital. Anota Bay is going to be under quarantine, and other communities in Saint Mary are going to be under quarantine. Yes, guys, you heard it here first because I just got the news flash. But I'll have more details for you tomorrow about the quarantine in St. Mary. So, as you know, because they have, I think, about 19 cases in St. Mary alone. I mean, forget about St. Catherine, because you know what happened with St. Catherine. That was just the Alarico call center debacle. Yeah, we know about that. But St. Mary has 19 cases on their own. So yeah, they're going under quarantine. Yeah, and so I'll have more for you on that story. One of the confirmed case that we now have is an 18-year-old boy. Yeah, teenager in St. Mary. Yeah, and then we have 3 other men, age ranging from 18 to 69, and plus we have a 17-year-old female, a young girl. So to these teenagers, guys, remember how they used to say, boy, oh, it's only the old people could catch COVID-19, you remember? Right? They had all these myths, and you see where all these myths get debunked. That's what happened to myths. The myths get debunked. Yes. So you find out that young people especially are coming down with this COVID-19, guys. But of course, the beauty about it is that because they are young with strong immune systems, they are definitely not dying, right? Which is good news, right? Remember, those who are dying are persons with underlying illnesses, what they call comorbidities, right? Like hypertension and diabetes, etc., etc. Or the younger persons, if that younger person also have an underlying problem, respiratory problem, etc., etc. So, guys, it's important to build up your immune system. Absolutely, absolutely. So now it's still 221 confirmed cases that are linked to Alarico. That number has not increased, and we don't expect that number to increase, right? Unless there are still some persons who they have not found, right? Let's hope they have found all 787 by now. Right? And you know that the overall age range for for the disease in terms of confirmed cases island wide is 2 months to 87 years old, right? The ones over by Alorico, the age range is from 18 to 53. All these numbers I'm giving you for my people by the big data, who like the big data, yeah, big data people. So we had 6,095 samples to date, right? And of that number, we have 5,576 that came back negative. As I told you, we have 478 confirmed cases, which means that there are 41 that are pending. Now, I have a question because I don't understand these numbers, guys. They're throwing numbers at us and they think we're not doing some computation or something, don't it? When they give us numbers, what do? We compute with numbers, right? Hey, let me tell you something. God loves numbers, God is a God of numbers. If you never did know, God loves numbers. So yes, man, numbers are good. We love numbers too, but we want to know that numbers that make sense, right? We don't want arbitrary numbers that makes no sense. The numbers must mean something. So remember the day yesterday I told you, right, the day before that we had. Oh, let me give you the number first, right? So they said basically that we have 38 persons in government quarantine. We have 434 persons in isolation. And this number, guys, include those who are home isolating, right? Those are isolating at home. And we have 57 recoveries. Remember yesterday's figure I gave you, right? And I told you the day before that we had 83 in government quarantine. Now today our numbers are, we have 38 in government quarantine. Now let's do the math. That's a difference of 45, right? So if yesterday we had 83 in government quarantine and today we have 38 in government quarantine, what happened to the 45? Because they're not reflecting in our numbers. So we want to know, right? What happened to these 45 people? Don't not throw numbers at us like this and not giving us context. We want context. We talk about context all the time. Everything must be in context, right? Otherwise, it makes no sense to us. These numbers mean nothing if they're not in context, yeah? So our question, Dr. Tufton and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, what happened to the 45 persons who were in government quarantine, who are no longer in government quarantine? Because we don't see those numbers reflected here, right? I mean, is it they're in hospital? Are they in the hospital? In that case, we want to get the number, the total number for those who are in hospital, because we did not get that number. So we're not getting all the information and we need all the information, right? Is it that these persons have recovered? No, I don't think they have recovered, because we are told there are 57 recoveries. So they're not in the numbers of recovered. So where are these 45 persons? Yeah, we want to know. Absolutely. So the minister said, right, because he was speaking at his regular press briefing, every Tuesday now he has this COVID-19 update briefing, which we love, by the way, Mr. Minister. We love it. Keep it up. We love it. And so he said, with the backlog now cleared, the health ministry, in collaboration with the regional health authorities, will now explore expanded testing options for COVID-19 to include the testing of all admissions to hospitals and to create an appointment system for persons who wish to be tested for the virus that causes the COVID-19. Right. So you know how much they have been touting this Jam COVID-19 app that they have developed, and to go to the website, Jam COVID-19, absolutely. Because on that app, it's not only for those persons who wanted to come into the island, which we're going to talk about in a minute, about those persons coming into the island, right? But it's also on that app, you can make a request if you wish to be tested. So the app tells you how many, all the information I gave you just now, all that data is on the app, and it also has the ability for you to make a request to the ministry if you wish to be tested. So anybody who wish to be tested can now be tested. Now they've expanded their testing to anybody who enters the hospitals now. Once you're admitted to the hospital, guys, for any reason at all, whether you enter for your hypertensive, you're diabetic, you have a heart murmur, you have some fever, some chills, whatever, it doesn't matter. Once you have been admitted to the hospital now, you are going to be tested for COVID-19. That's what the minister said yesterday. Okay. All right, so that is my number for you big data people. Now let me get on to this one. Oh, the minister also said that the Auditor General Department will next week begin an audit of the ministry's COVID-19 expenditure. Yeah, I can't. Oh, I thought we were going to overlook that one and not say anything to you about that one. I couldn't do that. Yeah. I have to mention that one because you know that it has been in the news how much money the government has been spending and how much they're going back now to the Minister of Finance to secure some more money, right? Remember last week, the ministry indicated that it is only $300 million. It has only $300 million left out of its $2.8 billion budget, right? So the Minister of Finance gave to the Ministry of Health, right? $2.8 billion with a B dollars to fight COVID-19, which means we had our first case on the 10th of March, right? And so it would have had to be thereafter, right? At some point. So between March, now is what? April just finished, we're just into the month of May, and already the health ministry has almost depleted their budget. They are only now having $300 million left in the budget. So now they're preparing to go back to the finance ministry to get some more money. So it is with that background, right, that the Auditor General Department now is planning to do an audit to see exactly where this money has gone, right? And so the minister says that he has no problem with the Auditor General Department doing an audit, and he said the public will be provided with the details of the outcome when the investigation is completed. He said the ministry welcomes the audit as a tool for effective and efficient implementation of activities and for transparency and accountability. And he has nothing to hide. I just put that in. Yeah. And I must also, because since I'm talking about the minister, let me finish up with the minister's story before we go on to any other story, right? One more story with the minister. The minister also said that he has been informed that 20 or 62% of the 32 call centers now in operation have passed inspection. He said the remaining institutions have been provided with work plans to improve their infection prevention and control measures, right? Which would mean that he's referring to the other 12 out of the 32. But that's what you understand, right? That's what I understand